Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Response Able Solution. I'm doing a series today, and it's all about the $250,000 mistakes. How many can you afford to make? We're on number 4. It's required minimum distributions. My name is Stanley J. Targos III, and I'm the host. And just to be clear, I'm not an investment advisor giving investment advice. I'm not a tax advisor giving tax advice, but I will help you ask the right questions to the people on your team to make sure that you're being prepared for the next phase of life. And required minimum distributions is one of those things that people really shouldn't have to deal with. If you're doing some good planning in your 60s and even before, required minimum distributions won't be a burden. I meet more people between 70 and 80 years old who swear, verbally swear at tax time because they have to take a required minimum distribution and they have to pay taxes on dollars they don't need or want right now. But the government wants their money from you now. So should you let the government control when you take your money? And how do you avoid this? The truth is this. I'm going to ask a question. How much money should you have in your retirement nest egg by the time you're 70? Well, some people are going to tell you need to have $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. The actual right question is how much money should you have in your retirement nest egg is how much of that money should be in a 401k or an IRA? Because all of the money in those accounts are subject to required minimum distributions in your early 70s. And they keep changing the age. Used to be 70 and a half, then 71, 72, 73, something like that. Doesn't matter the age. The fact is, if you are forced to take money that you don't need because the government wants taxes, that's an issue. That's an issue for me, at least. You might not mind, but for me, it's an issue. So here's the question. How much of your money should be in a traditional retirement account that's subject to RMDs by the time you're 70? I think the smallest amount possible. Can you get your RMDs tax free? Well, that's a great question. And again, I'm not a CPA, so I'm not going to give you tax advice, but let me give you a concept. This is just a concept. What if your RMD was equal to the amount of money you got in a personal exemption for your taxes every year? If your RMD was $8,000 and you and your spouse got $8,000 in personal exemptions, does that net out the taxes that are owed for that portion? I know you've got other money coming in and you've got other things out there, but should that be the goal? Maybe. I think so. I think you should have as much money in your retirement as tax-free as possible. But I also believe if you're in a low tax bracket in your 60s, maybe it makes sense to spend down some of those taxable assets when you're at a lower level so you can put those in buckets that are growing tax deferred, maybe not even taxable when you're ready to retire, that are not subject to required minimum distributions. And if you have the ability to start planning in your 20s, 30s, and 40s, maybe you think by the time I'm 60 or 65, I only want $300,000 in my IRA or 401k account, because I'm not going to build a bucket that's going to penalize me every year that I'm retired. That might be the best strategy. People say, well, when you retire to 2/3 of your income and be in a lower tax bracket. I think that's foolish planning. Try living on 2/3 of your income today, which is why so many people build their retirement accounts so healthy, only to realize that they have to pay taxes on dollars they don't need. That's compounding pain. Don't compound your pain. Let's eliminate the pain. I believe you should retire to 2/3 of your tax bracket and 100% of your income. Doesn't that make more sense? And that's what we can help you strategize. These $250,000 mistakes don't have to happen. And every $250,000 you give away doesn't go to your family or your lifestyle. So let's keep all of your hard-earned money in your economy so you can utilize it, capitalize on it, and enjoy it. I hope this helps you ask better questions. I hope this creates a different thought process. I'm looking forward to meeting you. Reach out, ask questions, send a comment. I'd love to have a conversation with you, or someone on my team would love to have a conversation with you. I hope you have a great day, and I hope God blesses your journey.